Recording.
All right. So it's almost Valentine's Day, and it's not a real holiday. It's created by the greeting card companies. So I'm here today with.
Christine Horror.
There you go. And we're off to a great start. Uh, everybody complains, oh, your laptop camera looks like shit, and then my cat knocked my laptop off while I was downloading files from the Suck to Suck shoots. So I was like, oh, we'll do this on my phone, but then I couldn't get my phone to record. So for the last couple hours, we've just been fucking around trying to figure this out. Where can people find you? Where can people find your stuff?
Well, I do have a YouTube channel, but no videos on it except for shorts. Christine Horror.
Okay.
But I'm on Spotify and Anchor with it's 13 Things with Christine Horror. And I just talk about horror movies mostly and by myself because I don't have friends.
I came on one time.
You did. And that was
Yeah, see?
that was the most listened one,
So
so I guess you got to come on more. I
I'm
mean,
I'm very famous. I'm a very, very famous YouTuber. But yeah, we met through through Twitter, and you're in our Discord, and you've become part of the Schlock and All family. And I forced you to come be on my channel since I came over to your channel. So cross
awesome.
pollination. All right, so because it is almost Valentine's Day, and I thought it would be disingenuous if you and I did a blaxploitation movie for Black History Month. I wish I had more black friends so I could talk about movies I really like. But yeah, so instead we talked about My Bloody Valentine 3D.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I don't hate
by
that movie.
the team that did Drive Angry and Jason X. And did you see this one in the theater when it was out?
I don't think I did. I think I saw it later, and the reason why I didn't see it because I knew it was a remake, and I was like, screw it. But I ended up seeing it later, and then tried to see the original one, and I didn't like the original one because I think I saw the heavily
Oh,
edited.
really?
Well, I think I saw the heavily edited one. So the one that
Okay.
doesn't make any sense, and you're like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
that?
Well, some background is the original, the 1981 version, was part of the Canucksploitation
Yeah.
when tax breaks in Canada meant more productions going there. And what I like about the original one is just how mean spirited it is. Like the kill the because I don't remember. I only remember seeing the uncut version at whatever it was when it was on video, and really being taken aback by how gnarly the kills were and how like not fun like they were fun, but they're not like a Friday the 13th where they're like tongue in cheek. This is more like the Prowler, where they're like vicious kills. And it's got its own little the Ballad of Harry Warden, and it's just a weird little 80s Canadian movie. So when I heard they were remaking it, I really wasn't that torn up about it because I was like, this isn't like, it's not hallowed ground. It's not like you're remaking Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Psycho,
Right.
which they did. But instead they went with more of like a dark comedy vibe to it. And Tom Atkins is in it, and he's a god amongst men. That sucks you didn't get a chance to see it in 3D though.
I think I would have really enjoyed it. I thought I did like this one. I did see it some years after it had come out, and I was like, "Hey, this ain't
Mm.
bad." Like, because I was like, but then of course, what's funny is it's not something very memorable. So I already like forgot almost everything that happened in the movie.
Yeah, I there's certain things about it that I remembered really liking because my former production partner and I saw it in the theater when it first came out in 3D, and we loved the gags that came straight at the camera, like
Yeah.
very Friday the 13th Part 3. Even the first two people he kills in the movie are named Freddy and Jason, which I thought was really funny. And it's got a lot of nude, the girl completely nude running through the parking lot. I was like, okay, they're giving people exactly what they came for.
Exactly.
But
Well,
beyond that, I couldn't remember who I couldn't. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say,
Go ahead.
the guy that's having sex with the naked chick is the screenwriter.
Yes, and they had to get his wife's gave permission, and it's in the end credits that his wife gave permission for him to be naked having sex with that girl in the movie. But he's also naked in Drive Angry as well. He's the dude who's sleeping with Amber Turd.
I wanted to make an Everturn joke somehow.
Yeah, but no, this is a fun one. It's definitely a dark comedy, but again, it's also very not memorable because I didn't rewatching it again the other night. It's on Tubi. You can check it out. It's also on Shudder. It's also on HBO Max. I forgot because I've never seen what's the show the main guy's on?
The main
Supernatural.
the boys.
Supernatural. I forgot that the guy who plays his brother on that was also in Friday the 13th remake. And
Oh,
I couldn't remember which dude was in which one. And then what the twist was, I was like, oh yeah, I kind of remember that.
yeah. I think of Jensen Ackles for
Yeah.
mostly from the boys because I didn't watch Supernatural, but I know him, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he's the hunky guy that everybody, wants to go with, which does make me sad at the end. It's sad
Yeah.
when pretty people are the one killing everybody.
But yeah, but everyone in this town is either quirky or way too attractive to be living in this like coal mining Pennsylvania town,
Exactly.
And interesting fact: the same town they shot this in is the town they shot the Mothman Prophecy movie in
Oh,
with
really?
Richard Gere. Yeah, so the bridge is the same in it. We have contacts up in Coaldale, Pennsylvania, which is like way up past the Poconos in Pennsylvania. And there's this really cool old movie theater there that we've been shooting in. And it's straight up in a coal town, but you can go into one of those mines that straight up looks like My Bloody Valentine. And they also have what used to be a doll factory there. And it's like the most of the inside still looks the same because it's like a hunt every year. But I wrote a screenplay I want to shoot there called Build a Scare about a haunted doll factory.
That's
But it's a cool little town, but it's like either everyone's like a dwarf with a push-up bra or like Tom Atkins or like beautiful CW people. Like I want to live in that town.
Dude, that little lady was stacked.
Yeah, she was, right? And I forgot that's something else I forgot about. It's like I don't usually forget about movies where there's a stacked little person running a hotel, where like yeah, or like the people who are going to like that like house where the movie culminates to bang, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like, what is this town like?
Well, for the movie, I was able to find the cheapest box of candy, so I got my little
Oh,
my little
there you go.
box.
Does it have a human heart inside of it?
Unfortunately, no. That'd probably be better than the candy that's in here. I might pull
Yeah.
some while we're talking.
It's like a Whitman sampler. Well, hold on, I have one too. Somebody gave me Valentine ring pops.
Oh,
So
that's probably better
if
than this.
and I like it, so I should put a ring on it. There you go.
All right, all right.
Yeah. So the movie basically it follows the story of the original one. Harry Warden kills everybody in the mine, and the mine collapses, and he's on life support. And I like the line where he's like, "Don't waste any miracles on Harry Warden."
Yeah,
And all the teens are having a party.
but the opening is nice. It's like all the newspapers and stuff, and it tells the whole backstory. So you don't
Yeah,
need because I think in the original movie the beginning was all that.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, but they
They go
cut
into
that
the
out
whole
of the
thing
original.
on it. And then so Harry Warden wakes up and goes back to the mine where that's all right. It was smooth. I was thinking about opening this up and then just seductively licking a ring pop the entire video,
No,
and
no,
then
no.
watch how many people turn it off and go, no, that's not my kink. Like
Well, you don't want to get me too excited over here either.
that's true. Yeah, my Valentine's Day, it's going to be my cat and I, just like every year.
Oh yeah.
So the teens that are clearly 30-year-olds are having a party, and Harry Warden shows up in his in his gas mask and miner outfit, and just starts killing motherfuckers, and it's really gory. And 2010 CGI 3D too, so it's not quite. Oh, interesting fact: this is the first R-rated movie to use the DX technology, which they do for all the Marvel movies and shit now.
Oh,
This was also one of the most complained about movies that year by parent groups. So
oh yeah. Well, okay, yeah. I was watching some videos about it, and of course the shovel kill is probably one of the most popular. And they had a practical head for that. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Blow that up, it's like, but then people will see what people don't know about me. I have a gross tongue.
Do you?
I have, yeah, like I have weird, it's a hereditary thing. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm not gonna get my face all close to it. But yeah, I have like weird patterns on my tongue, and it's just something that I have and my dad has, and it's like super bizarre. But like,
You do
yeah, it's
things then?
yeah, actually, That's why I talk so much. I'm practicing. Why do you think so many beautiful women kept me around for so long?
I thought it was your cartoon personality.
Well, no, that ain't it at all. And I always tell people I don't have any money. I'm not very attractive, and I'm not tall. I got to do something, Or they're, as we found out, they ride your coattails as far as it can go. Think you're going to get them famous, and then when they don't need you anymore, they just go.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know I had to
Yeah,
follow a lot of people.
I saw some of the things about the practical effects that they had done. Again, there's just the pickaxe to the back of the head, and the girl with the shovel in her face, which is straight out of the first Wrong Turn movie, but
Oh,
way more gory. I just love how her eyes roll back before the top and bottom of her head go. And
that's
so the cops show up and they kill Harry Warden, and everyone moves on with their lives.
well, then you remember because like he's chasing everybody, and then of course everyone just leaves Tom, which is
Mm-hmm.
Soldier Boy. I'll call him Soldier Boy. Just leave
Yeah,
him, and he's traumatized. And then, but then he takes off, and
yeah.
then
I do like when they face off though, because every time Harry Warden's about to kill, he tilts his head like Michael Myers does. And when they face each other. I went, oh shit! Do you think this is what the newest Halloween movie was aping? Where Corey, what's his name? Corey, the kid who becomes like the new Michael Myers,
oh, I
or
don't.
Cody or Corey. He was like, I don't know, but like him and Michael like meet eye to eye in the new Halloween movie, and then he gets whatever it is. So I was like, oh, maybe that's what they got that from this My Bloody Valentine movie, because very much the same thing.
Hmm.
Spoiler alert: at the end, Soldier Boy is Harry Warden, but he doesn't know it. I'll ruin it here. Who cares? The over. Movie's over 10 years old. Go fuck yourself.
I know. It's all right. I kind of gave it away too already, didn't
Mhm.
I? I don't
Do you
know.
know Bruce Willis? Bruce Willis was dead the whole time.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a story about that. I had that movie
Okay.
and I had that movie and Fight Club ending ruined for me by the same freaking person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, God, I don't know. This is why, like, when anybody tries to tell me about a movie, I'm like, just don't,
Yeah.
because I've had two of the biggest endings ruined for me.
I had so the guy I used to work with spoiled the ending of the that Tony Stark dies in that Avengers movie. And then and then I'm getting threats because of that too. And I'm like, I'm not even with these people. Like, because I let them watch it at my theater at the time. So yeah. But when The Sixth Sense was out, I was an usher at a movie theater, and we kept like coming out of other movies and being like, Bruce Willis was a ghost the whole time, but like to a romantic comedy that was out at the same time, and people were like, "What the fuck?" Like, The Notebook was the other one. I kept going. They die together in bed together, or whatever, and people get all mad at us. But whatever. So yeah, so years later, the one guy is now like the sheriff in town, and
Okay,
he's
well
cheating on his
that's Axel. He's
Axel.
he's the guy that played Carter in Final Destination. So,
Oh yeah, it was.
and what was
Oh
like,
shit.
he's the typical douchebag looking dude. And like when they,
Yeah.
I wanted to say this in the beginning, when they show him like 10 years prior, even though, it's just a week
Hmm.
ago, he looks like the typical early 90s or early 2000s douchebag. And I was like,
Yeah.
"You did a great job." Just give him
Yep.
a beanie and
I mean, I posted a picture on Twitter when I had spiky blonde
yes,
dyed hair. That was not a good look, but the things we do for hot chicks with nice racks.
yeah, yeah. Me too.
I'm not above it. Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't, right? I'm a simple man. Yeah, so Axel is now the sheriff, and he's cheating on his wife with another girl who apparently he got pregnant, and they were having sex in like a dilapidated house, like up in the mountains.
Yeah,
Like,
dad's cabin.
yeah, it's weird though. Like, at what point? Like, I guess in that town, you're just like any port in a storm, but like it's also a matter of like, no, maybe we don't go. Maybe we go to a hotel outside of town where they don't know that I'm the sheriff, and I don't bring you to the soiled mattress in the fucking.
Yeah, that rat's probably peed on.
Yeah, exactly. And now she's getting pregnant with that, and like rat pee and mountain baby, and you don't need that shit. Like, look, I've had sex in some weird places, but never in an abandoned cabin in the mountains of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I don't think I've done that one yet.
One time, so there used to be a movie theater in this town called Atco, New Jersey. It's actually where I met James Rolfe when he was 16, and I worked at the other movie theater in town. And they had this really bad rainstorm, and they had these like ponds for retention water, and it spilled out into the street, and my car got stuck in the middle. And I was with this young lady at the time, and the police and firefighters like, hey, we have to pump the water out so you can get out, and then we got to tow your car. So we're just stuck in the middle. So we just fogged up those windows like the fucking car in Titanic. Like,
Did you do the handprint too?
yeah, no, ass print.
There you go.
Hers, not mine. Yeah. So yeah, and then the wife is what, Jamie Bell?
JB Bell, yeah.
Jamie.
No, JB.
Okay.
Wait, yeah,
Well, I don't know. It's a Jamie.
Goldie.
It's Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah,
Malibu's Most Wanted.
that actually would have been awesome
Um,
if it was Jamie Kennedy.
yeah, he's good friends with my friend Fallon, and he called me one time, and it was really strange. But yeah, so she works at the local grocery store with the girl who he's cheating on her with,
Yeah, Megan.
Megan, and then Jensen Ackles shows back up in town,
And
right?
yes,
Am I remembering this
yeah.
right?
And then he comes
Uh,
back to town. He goes and checks out. He just goes to look at the mine for no reason.
hmm
And then I don't know if he checks into the hotel first or sees Ben first, who's
he goes to see Ben first because he invites him in for a drink and tells him about like they're selling the land and all that kind of stuff.
well,
And
he
then he goes to
the mine, but Ben doesn't
well,
want
that's
to
right.
mine because they
Yeah.
need everybody depends on it for money.
hmm He's kind of like the dude who owns. You ever see the giant Gila monster?
Okay,
The terrible. It's a '50s movie
years
where
ago.
they have like there's one dude in that who like owns the land, and our main character's dad died working on like the rig for that. It kind of reminded me of that codependent relationship between like the one really wealthy guy in town and everybody who depends on it.
Hmm.
And then he goes to the hotel where the writer is of the movie is banging this hot blonde chick.
Who used to date Axel.
Yes. And you find out that the dude is recording it. and she's like, I'm not a prostitute, and then he throws money at her.
Like, now you are.
Yeah. I'm like, look, nobody has ever asked for pictures or video of me naked, okay? And I'm pretty sure they never will. But if you're gonna be cool, like if this is something that you do, if this is your kink, wouldn't you be like fucking cool about it and like cover that little handheld camera with your flannel shirt and then get out of Dodge so that this rendezvous could happen again? Instead, he's all like, "Oh well, I'm done with you, bye." And
Right.
I'm just like, I don't know, dude. You're a truck driver, like and you kind of look like if I had to draw Stone Cold Steve Austin from memory, is what that guy looks like.
Yeah, not as good looking, I guess. I don't know. I feel
But
bad about
he's
saying.
written a whole bunch. He's written a whole bunch of movies, man. So good for him that he gets. He's like, I'm gonna write a scene where I have sex in a movie with a hot blonde chick, and I'm just like, you fucking cracked the code, sir. You figured it all out.
Oh, and he has to stay naked and chase after you with a gun.
Yeah, and then he's more naked though in Drive Angry though. He's hanging dong in that one,
It's
and
I
but
don't
yeah. So she what?
I don't remember seeing his dong in that.
Oh no, yeah, you see it. You full dong. Yep.
Oh,
He's Donald Duck in it in that part in the trailer park. So she chases after him, and she says she's not going to shoot her, but instead she throws a loaded gun at him.
it's not loaded.
Okay,
That's why she throws it.
it's not loaded.
Yeah, because he's like, I know it's
Mm.
not loaded, and that's why she
Oh,
throws
okay.
it at him.
Look, I saw full frontal, and I really wasn't paying attention to the dialogue.
Yeah, you
You
did your
know,
badge. Pretty
yeah, which is crazy. You don't see that in movies very often.
not these days.
You know? No, everybody's too prude. Well, people are scared. It's like a strange foreign creature, and they don't know how to handle it. So they're just like, what is that?
Are you saying vaginas look like foreign creatures?
To some people,
I,
you know.
yeah.
There was a friend of mine that has a website where like she posts like old movie ads, and one of them was like an old burlesque show, and the woman's name was Veronica Boobies. And I was like, that's brilliant. So I want to be Clinton Clitoris. And that way, a lot of dudes can't find me. I'm just off the grid.
Nice one.
Some guys watching this are going to go, you son of a bitch. But
Well,
yeah, and then so he makes he's going to leave. And then when he opens up the door, what happens?
axe to the head or pickaxe.
Mm-hmm. And it's fucking brutal too. It's an awesome.
Blood spray everywhere.
Uh, she's running naked through the parking lot. She hides in the dwarf lady's apartment.
Little
I
person.
guess it is. Little person. Well, no, the M word is the bad word. Dwarf, I think, is acceptable, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. All right. I just know you're not supposed to say the M word.
I guess I gotta ask Peter Dinklage because apparently he knows all. So
Yeah.
he was mad.
I'm 5 foot. I'm 5'5", so I'm technically not that.
Right. I'm 5'4", so
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. What's it like? Four something and below is like considered.
Yeah, I think it's like 4'6" or 4'8", something like that.
Okay.
Something like that. Anyway, but yeah, I
I
got
like.
confused too. I was like, where is she in this lady's room? Like, why would that door
Yeah.
open in the first place? And she's like running around looking for a dog, and I don't know.
Yeah. So first she hides, like she hides under the bed,
Yeah.
and then the little lady comes in, and the little lady's looking for a dog, and she gets cannibal holocaust, right up the middle, out the mouth, into the fucking ceiling, and you're just like, oh my god, like what did she do to anybody?
She was nice. But well, I do have to say too, for there only being one weapon, there's some fun kills
Mhm.
and creative kills.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes this a cool villain is like, because when they were making the original one, they're like, what do we have that's a cool face covering and a weapon? They're like, oh, a miner,
Yeah.
and miners can't see it because it's rated R.
Stop it.
So proud of
Stop
myself. I know, proud of myself. So then our naked lady he lifts the bed off and she gets behind the bed frame thinking that's going to protect her, and it does for a little bit until he guts her.
Well, she made noise like a dumbass.
Yes. Yep. And in that mask, I'm surprised that he could hear her, but whatever. He's got mind
Well,
powers.
he knew she was in there.
Yeah. So he kills her, but I just like the scene of the axe coming towards the screen. So now Harry Warden is back, and they go out to the woods where they buried him to prove that he's dead.
Well, I think
And
that's
then they
is there more killing people?
what'd you say?
Got caramel in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Was there any more killings, or is it that it?
I don't.
Oh, I
Well, we will.
drama.
We'll give the overview. People are just always like, "Don't tell every part of the movie."
Oh, well, you got the threesome thing. You know, the Sarah, the
Mhm.
wife, Axel, and Tom.
Yeah,
They have this little, like love triangle thing going on. She, of course, still probably has feelings for him. She's not.
and she still keeps that picture of him
Yeah.
too. I like when he's like in the police station. And he's like, "My wife, who I fuck in our bed," and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Who says that to somebody? Like,
and then there's the poor black guy who works with him, who's like, "I want nothing to do with any of this. I'm the only black guy in the town. They probably bring him out every year on 4th of July to wave to people. Like, imagine being like the only minority in a town like that, you know?"
was I think I don't remember seeing any other any other ethnicities except for white.
No, exactly. Yeah. The producer's like, "Oh fuck. Here, you come be in this movie." Um, yeah, and then well no, because then the dude who like runs the town, he gets killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dies. Uh fucking they recreate the washing machine kill from the original one
Yeah, yeah, with the burned bodies all burned up.
with the
Yeah.
burned body. They don't do the one that I really like from the original is when he hangs the girl from the shower and the
Oh,
water's coming out of her mouth.
yeah, yeah.
That's a cool kill. But yeah, so we're building up the idea that Jensen Ackles just got out of a mental institution. So is he the killer, or is it really Harry Warden, or is it the husband trying to, because he's going off the rails and going crazy. But it's again, I just watched this movie last night, and I'm already like, wait, where are we in the plot? And I like this movie.
I know. I don't hate it either. It's just I I don't know. Well, the best kill is the Tom Atkins kill.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, because that's after the washing machine.
Hmm.
And that's when all the things are kind of coming together. That's when Axel's like, "Oh shit, so and so Tom was in the mental institution, and then Tom is um with
His
Sarah."
wife.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
his wife, and he's trying to convince her that it's Axel.
Hmm.
Ah, god damn it. Okay, the meeting's gonna end in 10 minutes, so
Okay, we'll keep going. We'll wrap this up.
10 minutes.
Um,
Sorry, in this
we got 10 minutes. We got to rush. They basically convince after the whole scene in the fucking grocery store, which is actually pretty tense and pretty well shot. They finally get to back to the mine. Everybody's dead, and there's the standoff between all of them. And then he's like, "He's right there! Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him!" But they don't see him because it turns out that Harry Warden was all in Jensen Ackles' head,
Yep.
and it's been him doing it the entire time.
Woo!
Uh huh. Which I was like, I didn't remember that, and then the way it was set up, I was like, okay, I'm not disappointed by that. I think it works well. It would have been ridiculous if it was a zombie miner coming back. So it was fine. It was what it was.
I know. I was like, not bad. But like I said,
Yeah.
when the cute, sweet people who were traumatized turn out to be the killer, you're just like, oh,
Hmm.
when you feel bad for them, you know?
Well, it's sort of like the end of Valentine too, with David Boreanaz turns out to be the killer, and you're like, wait,
Oh,
he
yeah.
has no reason to be the killer here. Like, It's like him and the dude from Scream 3. They got everything they wanted. Abandon your plan at that point. You don't need revenge.
Right,
Being handsome and successful is the best revenge ever, you know?
right. And I do have to say too, the miner costume is awesome. Like the whole miner
Yeah, it's great.
as a killer is
I
great.
have the NECA action figure somewhere of it.
Oh, really? Oh, look, I said I'm
Hmm.
wearing my T-shirt. I got my Bloody Valentine T-shirt on.
There you go. Is that a Fright Rags one?
Yeah,
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. I love their stuff.
blurry.
So yeah, that's My Bloody Valentine 3D. It's definitely worth seeing in 3D. We kind of rushed through it because we're trying to beat the clock here. But
Oh, and
yeah, I guess
this
oh,
video, we don't know how to use technology, and
we're old. Yeah,
that's gonna be weird. I'm recording off of my phone. Sorry.
me too. Yeah, that's all right.
We're
People don't
boomers
care about that.
that don't know how to use technology.
They just come to hear me talk. You know, it's I'm just such a charismatic figure. So, what are your plans for Valentine's Day?
I'm gonna buy myself some See's candy and watch a horror movie and probably drink.
There you go. I'm either gonna be working or I'm gonna be here eating Chinese food or sushi by myself while my cat judges me that women don't come here anymore. So
Well, I would be drinking with you if I was closer, but yeah. So
yeah, there's so many people who are like in the Discord who are like, dude, we would all hang out. I was like, yeah, I know, but I'm fucking here. Like,
well, I said we could
well,
do a virtual, like, drink and, like, hang out.
that's true. All right, tell people again how they can find you.
Alright, before we come out, I am on, Spotify and Anchor, 13 Things with Christine Horror. I'm also on Twitter. Yeah, I'm either Cages Lost or Christine Horror. I think both show up. And kind
And
of
I'll tag you when I put this one up.
okay. And if I can figure
Hmm.
out how to send it to you, because like I said, we're old farts that don't know how to work anything.
All right. Well, everyone have a good Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Again, I wish I had black friends so I could do a cool black exploitation movie, but here we are. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody, and have a good one.
Bye.